Hey, I'm Kenneth Wajda. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my photo chats. So today I want to talk about why do we make these photographs? Why? I know a local photographer who shoots fashion and goes and hires models and photographs fashion. And I always wonder, what will you do with those photographs? Will you exhibit them? Will you make them for the fashion models? Because they're hobbyists, they're not necessarily being paid for fashion work. There are photographers I know who shoot beautiful landscapes. And every time we meet, they show me beautiful landscapes or beautiful birds. And I know the bird photographer has exhibited in local galleries. So that's an answer for where they go. I know he's sold photographs in a local show that he had a booth. So I know what he does with his photographs. But the landscape folks, I'm like, what are you doing with those? What are you making them for? And a lot of times they're like, I just like to go out. I don't care what I do with them. I don't want to do anything with them. It's almost like going fishing and not needing to catch a fish. They just like to be outside. And I'm like, that's completely valid. It's completely not my way, but it's completely valid. They just like to be out there pushing the button. They like playing with the gear. They like making exposures. In a sense, Vivian Mayer, who was the nanny who was discovered after her death and her work was celebrated, maybe that was her. She walked around, maybe she could afford to develop her film, but she walked around with that Rolleiflex and she shot photos, but she never cared to see them. She just liked making them. Maybe she just liked pushing the button and being out there and connecting with people and talking. Maybe she was a great conversationalist. But when it comes to what are we doing with these photographs, that's a really important question to ask. And I know for me, when I go out and I shoot people I meet on the street, I print them and I give them to them. When I photograph family and friends, I print them, I frame them, and I give them to them. When I have access to a place I can do a gallery show, I make up a gallery show. I exhibit my work. I put together projects and I create online galleries and I try to put them into regular photo galleries, art galleries, regular exhibitions. And my goal is to get my work seen. My goal is to get a book. My goal is to print a zine. My goal is to do all kinds of things. But my goal is to put work out there. I'm not interested in making photographs and putting them away and making them not seen. For one thing, one of the genres that I work in is street photography, which is very much a public view of the public. And I want that to be on view. If somebody only photographs their kids, they may say, I never show my work. And that's completely cool because they are making them for the family. If somebody like me photographs out in the street, I want to show that work. If I'm photographing family and friends, I want to print them and give them to them. I want them to have them as a document that they live with as a part of their world. This is when we were here. This is when we were there. This is us at this place that we were all sharing time together. So I know what I'm doing with my photographs. If I can publish photographs, I'll do that. If I can work with clients, of course I'll do that. So those projects automatically have an end game. I'm always working on getting clients and doing client work. But when it comes down to why do we make photographs, I question you. Why do you make your photographs? And what are you going to do with them? Once they're done, what do you do with them? Will they be in a show? Will you show your friends? Will you have a slideshow on a screen somewhere? Will you put them in a book? Will you put them in a photo album? Will you hang them on your own walls? Will you gift them to people? I've often told my photographer friends that landscape would make a great gift when you need a gift for somebody. And there's so many photographs that we make. It's like we'll go out and we'll buy something from a store when we should be gifting our own work. Our own work is really, really good work. And it would make great gifts in small frames, handmade. People would appreciate that. And we don't need to go spend money at the department store. We need to give ourselves and our work a place and gift that to other people. That's a great gift. So I question, where do we go with our photographs? What's our goal? When I go out and I make a bunch of street portraits with a Rolleiflex, I go out there and I give out my contact information because I want to get them to them. Plus, I want to put them in my Rolleiflexer's web gallery. Plus, I want to show other people online Rolleiflex photos because they're so brilliant and beautiful. So, what do we do with them? I have my answer. What's your answer? All right, that's today's Photography Talk. Hey, if you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. If you can support, hit the Patreon. Thanks to all my supporters. I appreciate you. I'll be back next time. We'll talk more photography. As always, here's the good light.